remember for 2 years straight, I was Ace Frehley from Kiss in that most flammable plastic costume you could ever put a fucking kid in. Remember that?
Yeah, but you repeated a costume?
2 years in a row I was Ace Frehley, and nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, well.
What?
These days.
Ace Frehley in the late 70s, early 80s. I can repeat that twice. Yeah, exactly.
Don't talk to me about Ace Frehley. He's the spaceman.
I love Ace Frehley. So for 2 years,
but
I was Ace Frehley.
Did you buy a second Ace Frehley costume at Pathmark, or did you go?
Kmart. Yes. No, because they had made modifications to it, so I went and got
They made the rubber band for the mask tighter?
I got Ace Frehley .2, yeah, and better hair that flew off the side of that plastic half mask.
What was
you
Jay
would get
Larson?
the condensation from the inside.
Jay Larson was Chris Carr?
Chris Carr, yeah.
Peter Criss,
man. The cat.
Ace Frehley, but you had like the garbage, the shit, like.
I had the fucking.
This is not flame retardant.
Kid.
They had to have a.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if this even gets hot, it could catch on fire. Like that kind of shit. Like if it's an unseasonably warm October, you should probably fucking be careful.
Did you guys just go from row house to row house?
No, but at that point we were out in the county, so we would just go house to house in the neighborhood. And that was back when you were allowed to walk by yourself and just be back by a certain time. There were times when it started to get kind of, when all of a sudden the razor blade and apple shit started getting kind of crazy. I remember parents would one parent would get us and just take us house to house through the neighborhood and stuff like that, so there was supervision.
And that's no fun, because you can't ring doorbells and run, and you can't break windows or egg people.
Fuck up pumpkins and shit. Yeah,
pumpkin smashing is the best.
Oh my God, we used to fuck people's shit up. Halloween is the best. I love
And the night before Halloween,
egg them.
We called it Mischief Night.
I thought it was Hell Night in Jersey. Something like that.
Well, we called it Mischief Night.
Some
folks call it a Kaiser Blade. I call it a Sling Blade. But I was never allowed out, and I remember being like...
The night before or on Halloween?
The night before.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't a Christian Scientist. We weren't Jehovah's Witness. Like, no, they didn't let me out. They didn't want evil spirits to go in my body and bring them back to the home.
Bring that shit in the house, man.
Ace Frehley, 2 years in a row.
2 years in a row.
How old? I wish you were like 19, 20.
Probably like 30, 32. No, 9. Probably 9.
You remember we were in Denver?
8, 9. I was Ace Frehley.
I was wearing it in my hotel room right before I came out.
Yeah.
And Brad was Mini Kiss. Brad was here. Our boy Brad Williams.
Mm-hmm.
He's
getting ready to come on the Crab Feast.
Daryl Wright. If you got a podcast, Daryl Wright, Brad Williams, Ryan Sickler. That's like Hakeem getting the ball in single coverage under the rim. It's just ferocious. It's ridiculous. Ferocious. Brad Williams has a sister who's regular height.
Regular height.
Well, that's, what do you want me to say?
What's her regular height?
She's like a chick. Like, I don't know.
4'9".
Fucking not 3 feet tall. How's
Yeah,
that?
That's good.
How's that?
That's a great range.
That fucker pulled up in a Mini Cooper.
Did he really?
Yes, he did.
Come on, that's kind of fucking
We
redundant.
saw it. Maddie saw it.
A Mini Cooper?
You were here. Oh, yeah, you were. And he goes, his
on.
sister's regular. Both of his parents are reachers. That's what they call us. Reachers.
Reachers.
Because we can reach stuff.
That's their term for us?
Yeah. And then
Reachers.
I said regular height, and you made fun of me. Now you're like, reachers? Who's Randy?
Who's Randy?
So
Reachers. Hold on. I'm a reacher and I didn't even fucking know it. How can you just call me something I don't even know I'm a part of?
That guy,
I leave
with the
here
medal
part of a
legs in
new
the
group.
Olympics, Brad Williams looks at him and goes, look at this fucking reacher.
Reacher. He's reaching goals. The finish line. Shit like that.
Brad Williams said his parents are regular, both parents regular height, grandparents regular height, sister regular height, and then he's, a midget. And his father thought the mom cheated on him.
Oh, shit. I hadn't even considered that. Yeah.
And I go, well, how do you know as a baby that you're a midget? He goes, 'cause it comes out and it looks like a fucking rattle.
A rattle. A big fat head. A big head and a little body like that.
He's the coolest.
For real,
dude.
but how,
Yeah.
I still want to ask him, did you ask him what he weighed at birth? Like, what?
I forgot.
I want to know.
I gotta call him right now.
I want to know what he weighed at birth.
I'm gonna call him and ask him.
Does it start off like an 7, 8 pound baby, like normal baby, and then all of a sudden you just don't become a reacher?
Happy birthday to you. Pick him up. Let him see his cake.
Nah, fuck that. Bring it down to him. Bring it down to him.
Yeah, don't pick him up. He's 14 years old.
He's 14.
Ace Frehley 2 years in a row.
2 years in a row, dude.
And how old were you?
Probably like 8 or 9. Right in that pocket.
Did you have there is like a pecking order of shit to put the candy in.
Mm-hmm.
I went straight OG pillowcase.
Yeah, we used to do pillowcase. We also used to do like good trash bag, like good hefty, thick, in case some dick tried to rip it or some shit. You know, you go 2-ply.
Who's gonna rip your parents?
Or a cinch sack, man. You get a nice cinch sack out
the
there
old
for
hefty
you.
Tom Bosley sponsor.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Mr. C used to do that.
The worst is the kid with the pumpkin with the plastic handle.
Oh, that dick. Yeah, come on, man.
Like that doesn't hold shit.
Mm-mm.
And were you guys?
You got to stop in between and fucking re-go. Not with a pillowcase or a trash bag.
And it starts
We don't have
out
time
like
to
you.
offload.
I like when you wind up hooking up with kids from like the neighboring school, and you're like, oh shit, we're like, and you're running like mob deep. We got like 20 guys, and then you just start skipping houses. How about when you eyeball a house and go, nah, fuck it, and you just keep running and put like that pack mentality where you're like, no, they ain't got shit. Come on, we're just gonna keep running, and just running across like 4 lawns, and then you just all pile onto like one patio, like ding dong, hey, trick or treat,
asshole.
Like, why did we think those other 4 houses didn't have anything?
Probably because their lights were off and it was a clear indication, don't come here. Because if you do, you get shit like 5 pennies. Remember those assholes? Did you ever get that guy? Who'll put fucking loose pennies in your bag? Like, go fuck yourself, man. These are going to be thrown at your windows later, okay?
You wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't, but my friends would. With me next to them.
What's the worst costume that everyone always has? What's the costume that says, I know the
afro.
listeners. The afro. That's
the word.
You're younger than me.
It's so played.
There was no afro when I was a kid. How old are you?
I'm talking about now.
I'm
Still,
10 years
people
older than
use
you,
it.
I think.
You're not 10 years older than me. I'm 39.
How old are you? What?
39. Huh? I'm old, man.
Say what?
My eardrum's 10 years older than yours, man. My eyes were bad in here. We're like an old couple.
We're like Martin and Eddie in life.
Yep.
We nixed, but
That's
room.
a great movie. So
Upper
underrated.
room. No, what I was going to say is the costume that lets everyone know you really didn't put any thought into your costume, which is always the hobo.
Yeah, the hobo.
The hobo
Or just a
says,
wig
like,
and sunglasses, some cheap shit like that.
We used to trick or treat on the way home from junior high, like the day before Thanksgiving. We'd be like, "Fuck it," you know they bought it already, and we would, or like maybe it was Halloween, going from like HB Whitehorn Middle School. It was like a 2-mile walk back to where we live, my side of the hill, in Verona.
Were you a walker?
Oh
To
yeah.
school?
Well,
Me
no,
too.
I
I was
rides.
a walker. Middle school, I was a walker for 6th, 7th, 8th
Middle school
grade.
was the furthest. It was brutal.
Yes.
And then my high school was a quarter mile from my house. Like literally like a few blocks. My parents were always like, "Hey, you want to get a ride? I'm leaving now. You need a ride?" I'm like, "Where were you when I had to walk 2 miles?"
In February.
Oh, it's brutal. And I used to call and make up. You call and you make up injuries. Like, yeah, my foot hurts. You got to come pick me up. My sister called bullshit on me. My sister Julie's like, your foot doesn't hurt. Let's see if Brad's home.
Brad Williams.
I hope he goes, hello. This is riveting podcast.
What if a reacher right now is reaching for his phone?
Hey, we're doing the podcast right now, and you're on mic. So don't say anything bad about Ryan Sickler because he's sitting right here, okay?
So don't talk about his crazy laugh that like sounds like a 4-year-old girl.
We need to know how much you weighed at birth. How much did you weigh at birth?
8 pounds, 4 ounces.
Jesus! No, what
Bigger
happened?
than me, man.
Oh yeah, so it was, the rattle was top heavy then.
Yeah, all head. It was all head, dude.
Brad, the rattle made me laugh so fucking hard, dude.
So, what happens? Like, are you like? Is it your 3rd birthday and you're still 8 pounds 7 ounces?
Pretty much. Like, basically, it's just like arms and legs grow out of a bowling ball slowly.
Slowly, he
It's like when you
says.
leave a potato in a drawer for a really long time.
That's it.
A tadpole. All right, we love you, sweetie.
Love you, Brad Williams.
Thanks, Jay.
Bye, buddy. Well, there you have it. 8 fucking pounds. He weighed more
Wow.
than I did.
Me too.
Well, I thought we were really going to go on a Halloween run there.
Well, it got derailed by the call you made right there. I think we were kind of getting on one there. You were talking about your foot hurting as you were a walker to middle school. I was laughing because on my way over here tonight, this made me laugh. I was listening to a football game, and this commercial came on about gout, and it started off. It said, this is how it started, dude.
15th century king.
It said,
I have too much shellfish.
if you have gout, pay attention. And I just, in my mind, flashed to like some dad in a station wagon with a bunch of kids like, shut the hell up, man. It's a gout commercial's on. Y'all know I got gout. Can't barely hit these brakes. So if y'all want to die, shut the fuck up.
Again.
Gout. There must be a lot of gout people who have gout out there.
Again, why is a University of Southern Florida defensive back the father in a station wagon?
Why isn't he?
All your voices are defensive backs in the Big East.
I like the secondary, man.
Hey, man. A Sangle. You never told that story here.
Went to an Orioles game in Anaheim with a few friends from Maryland that were out visiting, and Jay Larson wanted to come along. And
Oates, we call him.
Oates, yeah, of Hall and Oates, and I being Hall, and he
like a Darrell Hall son of me, man.
You like a Darrell Hall son of me, man. He didn't have a ticket, and I said, well, just fucking come with us. Who cares? We'll buy one out there. I do this every year. I go tailgate.
How many people went to this game?
Like 4 or 5.
So 4 or 5, and you
had tickets.
And
Larson.
They invited you?
No. I invited them. They were out here.
And it never dawned on you like, hey, maybe my friend Jay Larson would like to come too.
No, because he was unavailable. And then that day called me up and said, hey, I actually can go. And I said, well, just come buy a ticket. Let's go. So we get out there. And, they always want to hustle you for some bullshit. And I was like, $20 is it. It's all we're spending.
Who's
it's
they?
all you need.
What are you talking about?
Any scalpers out there in the lots. And, so this one guy, this black guy comes up to us. He's like, I got a pair of tickets. We're like, we just need a single. We only want one. He's like, nah, I can't do that, man. I can't let you do a single. I'm like, well, it's all we want. And he's like, all right, I'll do it for $40. I'm like, nope, it's $20. It's all we have. And we're just walking, right? And Jay's like, well, I was like, no, it's fine. There's going to be 10 more of these dudes up here.
In Anaheim?
In Anaheim.
How much would a single be in Anaheim?
I don't know. He was trying to sell some expensive ass ticket. So
you show up in like the third inning, they're like,
$20.
Right, $4. I'll rub your neck.
I wasn't missing. Yeah. Get a hand massage too, man.
Hand massage. There you go. Comedy.
So anyway, the guy says he won't do it, and he calls over. He's a younger black dude, and he calls over to this older black guy sitting in a lawn chair, like off in the parking lot. And the guy's like, what's the problem? And he's like, nah, they just want a single. He's like, a single? He's like, yeah, but they want to do it for 20. He's like, sell that shit, man. It's a single. Like, that is ticket cancer. Get rid of this fucking ticket. The guy was trying to play hard with us. Jay finally hit him with 20, and we went in.
Single.
And then we had the worst fucking seats. The one we bought, his was better. We sat, have you ever been to Anaheim?
Yeah.
All right. We went in left field all the way down the first row. You cannot see center field or left field. And that day, Guerrero was playing right field, and we were in right field, excuse me. Can't see center or left. And this home run ball is coming right at us for the Orioles, right in our spot. And you just see this little piece of a glove go up and fucking Guerrero rob that shit over the wall. We were like, God damn it. Couldn't see anything from there.
See the field.
Couldn't see shit. We couldn't see anything. We thought it would just come. We saw a ball in the air and then the glove just snatch it out in front of our face.
Nomar was a bum, JJ. Nomar, when he was on the Red Sox, was playing the Angels. And not just him. Obviously, he brought the team with him.
Right.
He's like, what are you doing? I'm driving cross country. I don't like the way these Angels are talking
Pitcher's poison
shit.
tonight, man. We're using pitcher's poison.
So they're playing the Angels, and I'm Nomar's guest, and his dad's there hanging out with Nomar's dad, and his brother Michael, and we're just hanging out and friends of the family, And they're like, yeah. So just somebody from the Angels goes, yeah, just go over here, just sit here. And we realize, like, as the game's going on, we are surrounded by people that are very dark and speaking only Spanish. Aggressive party. Like party aggressive. Not aggressive fight. Aggressive like, come on, we're going to do it. We were in somehow somebody for Angels Stadium or Red Sox traveling secretary put us in Vladimir Guerrero's family booth.
Oh shit! That's the booth you're in, the Guerrero booth.
Yeah, but there was we didn't know it was a booth because there was 80 people. Like it's anyone from that town in the Dominican that
like
wanted
there's a chicken just running loose in there and
yeah, wearing a glove.
Yeah, wearing a glove and a gold bracelet. That's a nice herringbone, man. Got a nice herringbone.
That's my new Mizuno, man.
Oh
Mizuno
my god!
Gloves out of his back pocket like Mel Hall.
Hanging